Hello, this is Beta Ray Ben for Pixel Spank, and today I'm unboxing some slightly questionable Marvel toys, action figures. Let's go with that, shall we? Just grab it from over here. It's a large box. It's a very large box, actually. Too large, anyone would say. Let's have a bit look at the box first. So, what have we got? It's just called Marvel Superhero Collection. It's kind of vague. Titan Hero Series, it says on here, in about 18 languages. That's essentially all it says, really. There's nothing more on it. Weirdly, it says Titan Hero Series. On the back, it only shows me the ones that are in this box, and it doesn't actually show me all of those either. Normally, if it said Titan Hero Series, it should be trying to sell you more in the series, but I guess that's it. So there's, what is there? There's Captain America, Spider-Man, Hulk, Wolverine, Iron Man. The Iron Man on the back of the box is like the classic red gold one that we know and love. The one on here is like a blue, I guess, War Machine looking one. But also there's another one at the side here who initially I thought was Ultron, but I guess there's just two Iron Men, one blue, one silver. You know, how do we get into this? Does that work? Yeah. Alright. Now you can tell this is aimed squarely at children because A, the size of the box, that matters, and B, the way that I can see them already being tethered by those those ties you get, you know, I haven't seen these in years, in fact. That's just a bit of padding. Oh God. Oh my Lord. So each one is held in place by cardboard, which has then been taped down. So it's going to take a fair amount of cutting out. I feel Wolverine would enjoy this. I could rip it, I suppose, just break everything. I know Captain America gets a shield, and that's possibly the only accessory. To be fair, it's the only accessory that would really make sense. None of the other heroes are known for that, aren't they? Just indiscriminately cutting loads of shit at the back here. Oh God. That'll probably get us started, won't it? Let's pop that out. How are you even held on? You know what? I've got a better idea. Looking at this, it's going to be easier to cut them out. This is the first time I've touched one of these figures, and they are not the material I was expecting. Okay, alright. Okay, wow, okay. Let's get them all out, shall we? I was going to do them individually, but that might take some time. These are really in here. Like, they got 4 ties on each, but they're way at the back here. I feel like I need a scalpel. The Wolverine one looks quite good, actually. Look, I mean, it's just a quick passing over. If I get Hulk's the kind of linchpin. He's big. How are you tethered, son? It's gotten in the joint. If I don't take it out now, it'll be stuck in there forever. There, that's got it, I think. Would it be deeply offensive if these felt Mexican? Would that be wrong to say? And what I mean to say is, they strongly remind me of the sort of thing you'd find, well, for me, Spanish, but like a market that sells lots of like cheap knockoff shit. It feels like that, even though they are officially licensed and fine, like as far as I know. Who designed this? Come on now. Come on, Silver Boy. Out you go. Okay. Just one more. Oh, so close. I think that's... Nope, it's not got it. Oh, I can't even see where they're tied on at the back. Come on, get out of there. Oh, he had two around one arm. That's what threw me. All right, let's that yeah. Okay. All right. Let's just clear some space. So, Wolverine, random silvery Iron Man, blue Iron Man, Spider-Man, Cap, and Hulk. Okay. Let's start with the oldest character, who I feel is the Hulk, but could be Captain America. I've set myself this challenge now, and I've no idea. I'll go with Cap. Age. We'll go by the age of the actual in-universe character, which means Wolverine's first. Right. So for starters, yellow costume Wolverine. That's a classic. It's a good sign. Bit of posability in the arms. Not a huge amount, just at the shoulders. That's not too bad. And the legs, incredibly straight. And they only move forwards because this feels odd to say, but he has an arse plate. Like normally on an action figure, like the legs would be attached at the joint and they can go backwards and forwards because there's nothing blocking either way. But Wolverine doesn't. He's literally got an arse, which normally they don't. It's like leg and torso meet. It doesn't matter. You can sit down. That's good. The claws are, well, they're definitely a kind of a plastic, but they're not like super bendy. You can still poke your eye out, I feel. And the face, the head feels like it will move, but it doesn't. It's clearly a separate piece. I think it might just be stiff. It is just stiff. The head can move this much. You can literally do this, or this. Oh no, it can look around a bit. Not a lot though. Yeah, they're hollow. Oh, his boot's fallen off. It doesn't fit. Why is the boot a separate mould? It doesn't matter. Yeah, so they're quite hollow, which on this size is fair enough. They actually feel kind of solid, weirdly. I think what this is a yellow, apart from the arms, this is an entirely yellow like plastic build, and then the blue bits are painted, and so is the red. I've got a hint at that in that the mask isn't properly painted. His nose is rubbed off for a start, and bits around the ear, cowl, I don't even know what you'd call these, but it's a fin. They're not greatly done. But other than that, it's not actually too bad. It's kind of plain, and he does stab himself in the leg actually when you put his arms down. Oh, his arms go all the way around. That's fine. It's not terrible. He's very tall. Wolverine shouldn't be this tall. For starters, he's definitely not slightly taller than Cap, and he's absolutely not the same. In fact, he's taller than Hulk with this. But that's on its own, that would be fine. But this is part of a set, so why make it like that? I don't know. Let's leave him there, sat down in all his glory. Next up, Cap. Okay, oh, this is different. This is a different material. This one is gloss. This one is matte, and actually, it does feel a lot better for it. It feels a little bit sturdier as well. Like there's more weight to it. I think the boots are rubber. I think that's what it is. Not, well, a little bit of rubber in there. What are you about your shield? Interestingly, there's also a little bit of paperwork in here, which I suspect says don't choke on this bag. Because that is the only bit of plastic in there, like plastic bag wise. 2016 Hasbro, all rights reserved. Oh, choking hazard. Yeah, that's all it was. Right, so that's the shield. Wow, it is very, very thin, but actually fairly sturdy to be fair. How am I going to attach this? Does he just... just so you can see what I'm dealing with, there is literally just this shape here. There's no handle. Captain America is, according to this box, he holds the shield in his right hand. So how's that gonna? I think this is actually quite clever. On his gloves, he's got pouches, which if you think about it, is ridiculous to have like a pouch to hold things on a glove because it would fall straight off. But that's what slots into this, so it looks just about bearable without it, and with it, it's there. Which he does kind of do that with his shield, doesn't he? He actually normally has it sort of strapped to him in a way and holds it like that, like there'd be a handle there that he'd hold. So I can buy that. In this bit of artwork on the back, which is nothing to go by, fair enough. He's very much twisted and is holding it in front of him, you know, like he's going to shield himself. This is physically impossible for this Cap because he can't bend his arms. He can only block to the side. So in a James Bond situation where he's walking along and suddenly he turns and he shoots, he could block. But other than that, I'm not sure of the use. But it is actually pretty good. The head moves about quite a bit more than Wolverine's. I think because of the mold design, anyone with a more boring head can move a bit better, which I suspect is basically everyone other than Wolverine. He's got quite a long jaw, is what it is. Paint job, it's pretty good actually. That's a pretty good Cap. The face, a little bit potatoey, very sunken cheeks. I'd worry about that. And the shield itself is actually pretty nice. You could take that shield and do something else with it. His legs don't go quite far as forward as Wolverine, so he's very lax when he sits down. And he also has an arse plate, so he can't go back. Maybe my only grievance, looking at it now, is his belt. They haven't painted the belt, so it's all the same colour as the body. In the picture here, the belt is clearly leather and painted brown, like tan leather. It's just about passable, but now that I know it and I pointed it out, it's ruined it. Let's pop him there. Right, I've gone off going by age. Spider-Man. Wow. Okay, Spider-Man. Spider-Man is much more solid than these two again. Very, very gloss. It's a different material entirely. So far, this is the third different feeling material. He's very tall and slender. I'll give it credit. He seems like a character that should be slender, but also short. His limbs can move, you know, way back there if necessary. That's not bad. I like that. He hasn't got any accessories though, like any webs or anything. And they've got his hands stuck in the web shooter pose, which is kind of weird, because if he could go like bent-legged and like, you know, be shooting out, it would be kind of cool. But because he can't, it just looks really weird. Like he's just stood there. It's like, halt, villain! I will web you. And that's where he's at with that. And then just sort of a death grip for the other one. It's actually pretty good though. If it weren't so upright, it would. Oh, so the other two are wearing boots, which don't really move too much, but Spider-Man's move entirely, so he can have backwards feet. Don't know if you'd want that. Is that right? Is that a really weird angle anyway? His legs. Did these move round? No, these didn't at all, and this one didn't either. I think they might come off, but they don't move. Right, let's sit you up, Spider-Man. He's the most reclined of all of them so far. Hulk. Hulk's a big boy. I feel like if you gave this set to a kid, they'd glob onto Hulk because he's bigger and he's more fun to hold in a single hand. Okay. So he's also got an arse plate. I think, weirdly, Spider-Man so far is the only one who could bend his legs backwards, which kind of does make sense in a way. So I'll give him half a point for that. It's actually not a bad Hulk. He's broad, which is good. So it makes him look much stronger than the others. Only thing is, he's clearly like shorter than them. The feet are terrible. I've looked at the bottom of the feet and I've decided they are terrible. They look rubbish. There's like no moulding to them, and they're just awful. Oh, and he can't really sit down. I can put more pressure on this and get a bit more movement out of it, but it feels very much like it will break. Like it's not meant for it. I just caught my finger in that as I moved it back, and it hurt quite a bit. This would hurt a child. And there's a really nasty seam running all through his legs, looking at it now, and his arms. Yeah, on closer inspection, this isn't great. And his arms clip himself as he moves, which it's just, yeah, it's annoying. That's a shame. He was almost a good one, the Hulk, but now not so much. You can lie down behind everyone. So we got Silver Iron Man, Silver Centurion, the Mark II Iron Man suit. I don't know. He also hits himself. But this one actually looks really nice, to be honest. It's got a kind of almost chromy look, like a dirty stainless steel would be the best way to describe it. Just because there's so little like stuff to paint, it makes it actually look pretty good. Can move his arms right round. That's good. Can he sit down? He can. He can't move his arms backwards, legs backwards even. Oh, and the bottom of his feet are properly moulded. Which now I've got to go and look at all of them. Spider-Man, no, but his kind of look like shoes anyway. Captain America, good enough. Wolverine, good enough. See, if they're wearing shoes, it's all right, because shoes can just be flat on the bottom. That's not too bad. Iron Man's are properly like his repulsor boots, though. Yeah, this one actually looks... It's pretty good. They could have given you like a bit more. His head does... Well, it didn't move. Now it's moving. I feel like that was not damaged, but I don't think I broke it then. But it wasn't a good noise, was it? His head doesn't really move. I don't think Iron Man's head moves anyway, thinking about it. So that's Mark II Iron Man. And then Blue Iron Man. I've read a lot of comics. I've seen a lot of media. I can't really think of a time when Iron Man was overly blue for an extended period. I'm sure he was, but it doesn't really spring to mind. And it's very clearly the same mould as this one, like exactly the same. Which makes... I just question its existence, really. I've noticed his arm looks a bit dodgy, but it's exactly the same. Fair play for letting you have another one in there. That's good of them, but I don't know why it has to be exact. Could it not have been a mirror image? Would that have been so hard? It is. The material does feel different. I feel like I'm getting a coating of something on here. It's this one is a little bit sort of silkier to the touch, less. It's a little bit more friction to it. This one is sort of glossier to the feel. Probably nicer that way. Now, I feel like there was a test I had to do. Oh, that was it. I want to see if they stand up for themselves. So Hulk does really well. He's got big feet, works well. Even though his feet are terrible, they are practical. Iron Man Blue, will he stand? Oh, arms down. Arms down, he will stand. That's a good test. Iron Man Silver, I feel, has to stand because he's exactly the same. This is so far, this is quite impressive work. Spider-Man, he should do. But will he? Yep, he does. Will it be a clean sweep? Cap's, he's got the shield. Will it outbalance him? Oh, is this on me? Yep, he's good. And Wolverine, I'm certain Wolverine will. If Cap could. Yeah, so that's our team of Avengers. You know, the classics lineup of Wolverine, Captain America, Spider-Man, 2 different Iron Men, and Hulk. Which I feel like there's no big lineup where they've been together. These 2 were classically in the new Avengers, along with Captain America, and I'm pretty sure Iron Man was in there as well, but I don't think Hulk was. Luke Cage was. But I haven't read comics in ages. There's definitely a lineup where these lot were together. This is disappointing. They haven't painted the star on Captain America's back. or the spider on Spider-Man's back, or the Wolverine on Wolverine. No, Wolverine doesn't have one on his back. He's fine at the back. Actually, he's not. I'm pretty sure parts of his costume should be blue on the back. In fact, there's clearly lines drawn on this where it should be painted and they haven't. It's like they just forgot. The other guys' backs are fine, but there's not really meant to be anything on them anyway. That's slightly disappointing. The Captain America one, it definitely feels like they just forgot to paint it, to be honest, because the parts of the front are fine, but the belt and the star on the back just haven't been done. Right, now the real question is, what the hell does this series cost? If I look it up. Titan Heroes series. Traditionally, this will be difficult to find, won't it? I feel like there's 6 figures in there. They're pretty good. It's a pretty good set to get a kid. If they were into Marvel, you could buy them that and sort of be done with it, couldn't you? Because it's most of the big hitters. You haven't got a lot of the big film characters in there, but it's a good amount, isn't it? Titan Heroes series. I feel 30 quid would be quite reasonable. 5 quid a figurine. They're not super good, but it's a decent size. Here we are. What are we looking at? This does not look promising. Well, there's a set here. Oh, there's an 11-pack set for 60 quid, which seems pretty favourable. And okay, is this the same series? I think it is, because I'm looking at a picture of it and Spider-Man's the same. Literally no one else from here is in. Oh no, Captain America's in there, but he's different to this one. So yeah, it's not quite the same. That's what I love about all these sort of things is they'll put a thing on there, Titan Heroes series, and you'll think, great, that means that'll be the only one called Titan Heroes series. If I want to get my kid all matching sets, I'll be able to. And no, they won't do that. They might just discontinue that, use the name again somewhere else. Happens a lot. Took me forever to find out what this Darth Vader thing was. Doesn't seem to exist in this format. But looking at this one that gets you 11 of them for 60 quid, I'd say 30 quid on this, you'd be all right. What I do like is that they are actually aimed at kids. Like, they're clearly toys. They feel pretty robust, to be honest. Like you probably won't break them in a hurry. There's not too many like little bits to them. And like Spider-Man's fingers here, they've got a bit of flex to them, so they're probably not going to shatter. And other than that, there's not too many like little bits that are going to snap off. Captain America's shield, I presume, just snaps off quite easily. So yeah, it's rubbish, and they're very inconsistent, but also I kind of like them. Seems like the exact sort of thing that you'd think, oh, I don't know, they're good, but kids would actually like them. Of course, I don't have kids. I don't interact with kids, so I'm not sure. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.